Thank you. How you feeling tonight? Pretty good? Let me take a little survey. How many of you, when you came here to see me tonight, did not know these other guests were going to be on the show? Me neither. Well, I'm a little wiped out. I'll tell you, I've been on the road for 2 months, and I got to get home and feed that dog. Boy, I just forgot. Any sports fans here tonight? I was watching the greatest thing on cable today. They had the miniature golf championships. Was that exciting? You know, that game is harder than real golf. Of course, real golf does not have the obstacles. You never turn on the TV and hear, here's a shot by Jack Nicklaus, and he hits the windmill. He's putting now on the 18th green. If he makes his putt, he gets a free game. You know what's fun? You ever go to those baseball batting cages that are located next to the miniature golf courses? You know what I mean? Where you put in $1, you get 25 pitches. I love those. But you know what I do? I don't swing. I go for the walk. People gather around the cage and go, good eye, good eye. I love offbeat sports. That's why I like the Olympics or the Goodwill Games. You see sports that you never see, like the hammer throw. How does one get started in that sport? The guy's at home putting a nail in the wall, he hits his thumb, boom, with this damn hammer. Hey, honey, how far did that go? How far did my thumb go, by the way? I think there should be more sports and less politics, of course, because the same things are always happening in the news. In fact, I heard that Libya retaliated for the U.S. bombings recently. They recalled all their 7-Eleven employees from this country. You hear that? I'll tell you, I was at Disneyland. You know there's a new addition to Fantasyland now? It's an Arco station with Americans working there. I'll tell you, when it comes to reporting TV on the news, sometimes the news and TV, it doesn't mesh. TV has no tact. Like I was watching this special on the Chernobyl disaster, and they're showing all these people with radiation effects, and they go to a commercial, and Orville Redenbacher comes on and shows how to cook popcorn in a microwave oven. And the Russians don't even tell their own people the truth about Chernobyl. They still claim only 2 people were killed in the accident. The other 1,800 were hit by cars. See, when we were kids, we didn't worry about all these worldly matters. We were too busy having fun and making each other laugh. And see, I have 3 brothers, 4 boys in my family, so we were all trying to be comedians. And you knew you were funny if you could make your brother laugh so hard at dinner that his milk would come out of his nose. You know? You all did that? And if a piece of steak came out, you were on your way. In fact, how many of you, when you have family gatherings for Thanksgiving or Christmas, to this day still have an adult's table and a kiddies table? You have that? That's you ever get the feeling you'll be at the kiddies table the rest of your life? The only way to move up is if somebody dies. So you could be 48 years old, you're sitting at the little table with your 2-year-old nephew. You're making him laugh so hard, milk is coming out of his nose. There's a lot of things I've never understood since I was a kid. Like, why do relatives say such dumb things? I hate when your aunt or uncle comes over, and they go, I remember you when you were this high. I always feel like saying, I remember you before you were senile. Now, I know everybody... There's a lot of things I've never understood. You ever go to a department store and wonder, where do all the escalator steps go after the basement fills up? I can't figure that out. You ever get in an elevator with an obese person and you instinctively look at the capacity sign? I think I'll get off and walk 32 flights. Things I just don't understand. Here's another thing. My mother used to make us wear these earmuffs in the cold weather. You know what earmuffs are? You put them on your head. I can never figure this out about earmuffs, because the soft, comfortable, furry part was on the outside, and the metal spike that goes through your brain is on the inside. I'm glad they don't make toilet seat covers like that. I'm telling you, to this day, my mother still bugs me. The other day, she says to me, when are you and your brother going to get married? I said, Mom, we just don't love each other that much. Thank you very much.